Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. I'm glad you're here. So, we are gonna do another book page pocket of some sort because I am using up stuff that's sitting around waiting to have a new life, and I'm gonna show you how to do a floating pocket. So here is one example. Now you might have seen this in the flip through that I did the other day. So here is the floating pocket that I have in this one. It's simple. It's a simple pocket. This one has just a couple things in it, and there's a little pocket here. There is a bigger pocket up here, and then there is another little pocket down here. And these you could glue to a page if you wanted to. Then just don't put another pocket on the back. It would be pointless to do that. But I like to tuck these into other pockets, so then you can pull them out and then you have a bunch of stuff there. So these are also fun for like Happy Mail or other things like that. Here is another example that I have made. So you can see, I'm going to show this side first because this was a really fun book page. So fun castle. And then I just tucked a couple of my little, this is just was a playing card or something. And then a sticker. And then this side has that pocket down there. And then up here. And I did decorate this one a little bit, and all I did was use a little stenciling. That's all I did. And it really dresses it up, rounded the corners, did a little inking, and that's it. So let's get into it. So what are you going to need? A book page and some glue and a scissors or a ruler. You know, that's really all you need for these. You can make them as fancy as you want or as simple as you want. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. And let's talk about the book pages that you can use. So I like a sturdier page for these. And you could use cardstock. You could use a heavier weight, like scrapbook paper or something like that. I have book pages. I have tons of book pages. I have junk mail. So these are the things that I'm going to use. My go-tos are generally not scrapbook papers and things. I do have some of those, but I tend not to use them as much because I have a ton of books and I like books and I like working in books. So these, when they're finished, are about this big. This is a size. This is a nice size. You could go a little narrower. You could go a little fatter. You could go a little taller. It really just depends on what size you want to make. So for an example, these are actually book pages that I had cut out of the spine of a journal. So they already have a fold line. So these would be perfect just about as is. So that's one example of what you could use. Just look through your stash, see what you have. I have some other random book pages that we're going to use. I'm going to show you how to use. And then this is a gardening book. It was purchasing bulbs for irises, and I was like, this is gorgeous, so I'm going to use it. I haven't done anything with this, so I decided to find a page that matches our botanical journal so that I can also make a pocket for that at the same time while I'm showing you guys how to do this. So I picked this page and I'm just tearing it out, but look at your junk mail because you might have something fun that way as well. Put this out of the way. So I'm going to use this as my size reference on here. And so I already know how big it's going to be. So one thing you can do is fold these in half to start with. So fold your page in half and go from there. So the back side, so this one could be a floating pocket, or we can end up decorating it later. I hope that was not perfectly straight, but that's okay. So you need a decent sized piece of paper. So now we already have part of it ready to go. And then I'm going to cut this one a little bit longer. You'll see why in a minute here. So what you need size wise is roughly, let me measure this quick so I can give you the best dimensions. So this is 4.5, so about 9 inches. So 9 inches wide if you want them to be exactly this size. And then This is 4.5, and then we add about an inch for this bottom pocket. Now this one's a little bit deeper, but 1 inch is pretty good size for that. I think this bottom one is like 1 3/8. So 4.5, 5.5, about 6 inches tall. So 6 by 9 roughly is going to be what you want for these, if you want them to be this size. Otherwise, experiment with different sizes and the way that you like them. So I have a folding board because when I'm making my pockets and stuff, I'm doing a bunch. So I try and do a standard size and then I cut them all down. So unless I have something that has a variation, like this one, because I want this whole flower on here, then it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this cut really quick, and then I'll get into a more standard size to kind of give you an idea. So how tall is this? So to here, it's 4 inches. Then we're going to add an inch for our pocket. That's going to fold up. We could even go a little bit taller than that because we're going to lose that and fold it up. I want to keep most of this. So that's what we're going to do. So this is currently, that's 4, 5. So we're going to cut this at 6 inches actually. So I'm just going to put it in here and I'm going to get this cut right away. So 6 inches here. And then I'm going to trim up this edge so it's even. Now we're going to give it its fold. And I'm going to open it up to do the fold. So I'm going to go in, do I want an inch? Do I want a little more? An inch is going to get me, oops, I just want to make sure I'm doing this. So 1 inch is there and it's going to come up there. So I'm going to do just a titch higher. So I'm going to go 1 inch and 1/8. So here we go. Hopefully this will let me score it nicely. So 1 1/8. Do. Sometimes with these longer pieces of paper, especially when they're slippery, they do not want to stay where you wish them to be. Now, folding there. Now, hopefully it's going to behave itself. I guess I could have pressed a little harder. I just have to keep it close. I need bifocals, friends. It is what it is. So. Come on, stay where you're supposed to. Behave yourself. And then, so we have one fold right now. Like so, right? And then give it a nice crease. Get it to behave itself and lay down. Okay. And then this is pretty simple. Now we're going to fold this part in. We have a nice line to go off of, and I'm not going to go quite to that, but I'm folding this in, and I'm going to do it right about to where I folded up the pocket. I try and do this part pretty evenly. You don't have to. Now I'm going to glue this. I just have this blank piece of page here. So I'm going to glue this flap down. This is going to make it sturdy. So just glue this down like so. Okay. And that is about it. Just like that. Now you can start making it as fancy as you want. So glue it together, do your inking, whatever you want to do to start with. So what I'm gonna do for now is thumb hole here, roughly in the middle, close to the middle. So little thumb hole, little thumb hole, like so and like so. And then in this right here. So 3 little thumb holes. Now you can glue it down, or you could start inking it. So I'm gonna glue on this side. Almost did it the wrong side. So short edge all the way across the bottom, like so. Now you have made a little pocket there, like that. So that's all fine and good there. So that's glued up our little side. And now you could keep decorating, inking, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to glue the rest of this together, and we will decorate this one when we work in our field style journal, because I want it to go with that book a little bit more, and I have all of those special supplies. So now I'm going to show you how to do this one more time, maybe 2 more times, and we'll make a couple, because that was really simple to do. 1 piece of paper, and that becomes a great little pocket. Doesn't look like a lot right this second because it is so shiny and everything. I am going to do this though quick. Rounding. Ooh, this rounder is not liking this paper. I might have to get my other one out. It's fine. This is thicker. That'll work. Works better on thicker paper, or slightly thicker paper. You don't have to round the corners if you don't want to. These would also be cute if you sewed them. Another thought. So that's good. We'll decorate this later when we work in our field style journal. So next, I'm going to do a couple more of these friends. Let me move this out of the way. And cut these guys. So these we don't have to cut, they're ready to go. So those ones are fine. These 2 we do need to cut. They are a little bit too big. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to take off this edge on this friend, because it is a little bit rumply bumply. So that is there. And then we want to decide which image we want to be in the front and which one we want to be on the inside. And that is sometimes difficult with these big images and what you want to do with them. So do we want to keep the big bird on this side, or do we want the fields? Hard to determine. I kind of like the scene on this and on this side, so I think we'll have that on the outside. So once again, we're going to cut it to about 6 inches. Let's see what that looks like first, because remember, we're going to lose an inch, so it's going to come up. So I'm going to make this one, I'm going to cheat this just a little bit. So yes, we are going to lose our little bird here, but that's okay, because we'll still have this little friend. So that is about an inch, so another inch, so it's going to be at about 2 inches once it's all put together. So let's cheat it just a little more. There we go. Okay, so that one is cut. This one will be easier because it's kind of more, kind of just artful. It's just an artful book page. So 6 inches. I'm actually going to, I'm going to take off the white on the top part first, because I don't really want that on there. So I'm going to take that off. And this is the beauty about working with book pages, is you can just find so many different things to use. I mean, it's really fun, neat paper. So 6 inches. Get under there. So 6 inches is right there. And then these 2 are already ready to go, and they are about 6 inches. They're exactly 6 inches. So next, we need to make our folds. And I'm going to use my scoring board because I have it and I'm going to do a bunch of these really quickly. So if you don't have one, you can just fold. It's fine. But I find this is helpful for me. Now, which way do I want to have it be? This could be on the back, and then our floating page with her peeking out like that. I like it. It's kind of fun. So this one, we're just going to do an inch, and I'll show you what exactly an inch looks like. Okay, nice score. So I'm just going to score all of these really quickly. All right. See what happens when you score it better? It just folds so much nicer. Okay. My goodness. I like the contrast with this one in particular. All right. Okay, and last one. Nice sturdy book page. These pages are from a book that was about like advertising and like mannequins and stuff like that. Did I do that the right? Oh, I did that the wrong way. Biscuits. Okay. That's fine. Flip it. Because I kind of want her face, although her face is nice too. Which one do I want? Maybe I do want her. Okay, we're going to leave it. We're going to choose this direction, I think. I like that. And that could be fun. Oh yeah, let's do it. Okay, great. So now we're going to fold that in. And I have this line. So you can use, if there's print, that helps you with your line too. Okay. I like that. I dig it. It's kind of arty. Arty. All right. Now this side is going to be our fold in. We're going to leave her, because I don't want to fold her face, I think. So I'm going to do this side. You could fold it out too. You don't need to fold it inside. I like to leave the flap in because I think it makes it a little bit more sturdy. That is the only reason that I do that. Try and make these ones straight as I fold them. So once again, just a couple folds and we have fun pockets already. And this side, I'm going to fold this one. Oh, I did not do that. That's okay. Let's go right about there. And this side. This we're leaving. It's this side we're folding. I feel like that's a pretty straight line. Beep. Right about there. And if it's not perfectly straight, that's all right. Now let's get these friends glued down quickly. So I'm just using glue stick. Okay, now nip wherever you want to nip your thumb holes if you want to add them. I'm going to make that just a little deeper. All right, now glue them together. So here, here, and here. 3 little stitches of glue. Like that. So that one's good to go, just like that. So now I'm going to do the other ones. Okay, so, oh yeah, I did do them. All right, so there we go. That is a couple more types of variation. So there you go. You can see just with using different types of paper, how very, very different these pockets can be. And that's really all there is to it. Now it's just decorating. Like I said, I just stenciled a little bit on this one, did a little ink. I'll probably decorate that other one in one of our videos dealing with our, oh, my brain just went boop. It's because my Naughty Pants Rabbit, I had to stop him from chewing on my art bag, like everything. He is just being a turkey today. Such a turkey. He wasn't out for a couple of days, and I guess he is feeling his Cheerios today, that's for sure. Anyway, these are fun little pockets. They're just super fun to make. They're super easy to make, and they're super versatile. And I hope you try them out. And have a great day. Art with your heart. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And we'll see you next time.